Oh, this really sucks, and I am disappointed having to talk about this. Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are doing a reading vlog, which I am very happy to get into, very excited. We have a number of books on today's TBR. I'm not necessarily going to get through all of these because one of them is over 1,000 pages long, I'm pretty sure, but I am going to try and get as much reading done as possible. So first of all, we have on the top of the pile Great Stories for All the Nations. This is a storybook that I picked up from a second-hand bookshop. Yep, I was right, this book is 1,000 pages long. But it is just gorgeous, and it is filled with old stories I really want to get into, and I'm really excited to just get into this. I have been wanting to pick up this book for the longest time, and now that I have the time to sit down and read it, I'm really excited to see what it's going to be like. We also have Rebecca by Daphne Demure. Now I am going to finish this in this video because I really want to get this done, and we're already halfway through, so we've not got that much left to go, so I really want to read this. And also we have The Secret Seven. This is just a fun little read which I really want to pick up if I feel like I'm not necessarily in the biggest mood for reading. I know that finishing this will really help me feel motivated to carry on. So, oops, just flipped all the books everywhere. These are the books on today's TBR. I am very excited to get into this. The weather today is lovely and rainy. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It makes me so happy when it's raining outside. I just can't explain the feeling. Also, we have a monster today because I only got 4 hours sleep last night, which was not fun. So I woke up and I knew that I immediately needed this. I also did my makeup for the first time in ages, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really cool. I was actually inspired by Rock and Roll Mama on TikTok. She is so cool and she has just the most fun style. And I thought I really want to have that kind of makeup look down, so that's what I did. Did like an eyeliner look. Very happy with how it turned out, and I washed my hair last night and I tanned, so I'm feeling very fresh despite the lack of sleep that I had last night. So all in all, things are good. I am really excited to get into the books today. I think I'm going to start by reading a little bit of Great Stories for All the Nations because I just really want to get into this and see what it's like and how it reads. The pages are so thin on this book. I absolutely love it. Just listen to this. Isn't that just like the best sound? So, very excited to get into this book. I have no idea how it's going to read. Hopefully it reads pretty well, considering it is Great Stories, supposedly. I saw that book in Michael Moon's for the longest time, and I kept hiding it so that no one would pick it up but me, and I eventually got it, and I'm so glad that I have it in my hands now. Finally. So I am going to do a little bit of editing of my book, the second book that I finished. I'm going to do a little bit of editing just to try and keep the flow going because I've been in a really good flow with that. I've been editing every day and it's been going really well, so I want to keep up the momentum that I have with that. And we're going to read for a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello you guys, so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I have been feeling because as you've probably noticed by now, if you regularly check my channel, I haven't uploaded the last week. I honestly felt a little bit defeated last week. There wasn't anything in particular that was going on, but a couple of triggers happened for me and I ended up taking about 3 or 4 days of not doing anything and deciding to not push myself to upload because I was getting stressed, I was getting symptoms back from my psychosis, and things just weren't going that great. So I'm here today to talk to you actually a little bit about the books that I have been reading. I read a little bit of Rebecca the other day while my husband was doing motocross. I was just sat reading and I read for like 60 pages and it was really great. So we're now this far into Rebecca. There hasn't been much change since I last showed you this, but I'm really enjoying this now. I feel like I'm really glad that I took that little break and I put this down and I picked up something else, because I'm feeling more inspired and ready to dive into this story. There was a scene in this book that really touched my heart. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, so I'm going to talk spoilers, so if you don't want to hear, skip to this timestamp. I'll give you a minute. I think that's long enough. So Rebecca, Caroline is the main character, which I only just learned that her name was Caroline. I don't think it was mentioned earlier on in the book, or if it was, I did not see that, because I was struggling to think, what is the name of the main character? It's Caroline. So Caroline is in Manderley with her husband Max de Winter, and it's requested to her that she hold a ball as a newly married woman. So naturally she talks to Max de Winter and he really doesn't care, so they were like, yeah, let's go through with it. So they hold this ball, and Mrs. Danvers says to Caroline, as far as I remember, not to take inspiration from the pictures in the hallway of the women in their gowns for previous balls held in Manderley. As far as I know, she said not to do it, so I don't understand why Caroline did go through with it and she did look at the pictures for inspiration. Danvers told her to actually look at the pictures for inspiration, and she basically set her up, which is quite shocking. So Rebecca finds this one picture, she thinks this woman is gorgeous, and it turns out that the person that she picked to copy the gown off of was Rebecca, the woman who died from Manderley, Max de Winter's previous wife. So as she comes down the stairs, Max de Winter goes like a pale white and he tells her, like, what are you wearing? Which is really sad, because up until now, you kind of get the impression that Caroline isn't allowed to be a girly person because she's always being put down. She's always being judged for how she looks, her hair, her weight, and she's constantly just criticised and scrutinised under a magnifying glass, and it makes you feel really sad for her. So when this ball came up, she actually got excited because she was able to go into town. Well, not go into town. She was able to look at dresses and think of like what would make her look good. And she actually was enjoying the process. But now it turns out she picked the wrong dress from the wall. She picked the dress that Rebecca had previously worn to a Manderley ball event, the last one that was just held, and before she died. And she comes down the stairs and Max de Winter says to her, what are you wearing? You need to go change immediately. And it's really sad, because she felt so happy coming down the stairs and she felt so proud of her looks, and it was just such a shame, because if you've ever been in a situation where you like the way you look and someone doesn't, it's really soul crushing. I've been there before. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that have been there before. And I just felt really sad for Caroline, because she was allowed to be a girl for a few days planning this outfit and getting to try it on and feeling excited. And then she had to go and change into this lousy blue dress that she had, and they told all the guests that her dress didn't arrive in time, which is why she didn't appear fully dressed, which is really sad. So I felt really bad for Caroline in that instance, and I just want the best for her. And also the way Max de Winter talked to her in some of these scenes, I'm like, excuse me, you shouldn't talk to a woman like that. Like, he was implying that she was stupid and that she was just a girl, and I'm like, hello, you can't talk to me like that. Definitely can't talk to me like that. So there's been a couple scenes where I've been like, at first I thought Max de Winter was like a relatively nice character and that he was just struggling through grief of his previous wife. Maybe he got married too soon, that's just an opinion. But now, I'm not sure if I like him, and if Mrs. Danvers set up Caroline and told her to copy a look from the pictures in the hallway, then that is shocking. Like, I'm made to not like Mrs. Danvers anyway, because she comes across in this kind of creepy demeanour, always watching, not really saying anything, sort of having an evil look on her face, so you don't really like to root for her. But there's been a couple times where I've thought she's not been that bad, and it's just been how Caroline has been perceiving her. But now I'm like, no, I don't like this woman. I don't really like her at all. And Max de Winter isn't exactly on my good books right now, so we're just going to wait and see how this book ends. I am excited to read it and to get more into this book. So that's what we're going to do. I've made myself coffee. I'll probably make another one. And I'm actually feeling a little bit unwell right now. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but our roommate got sick and he stayed in his room to try and stop us getting sick, but I don't think it's worked because my husband Alex woke up with a sore throat today and now I am not sounding that great, so I might be getting sick, which is just fantastic. But anyway, I'm going to read some of this book. I have been doing editing for the last half an hour of my second book in the Heir of Andromeda series. I've been working on that book to be published, not the second one, the first one, my very first book to be published. So I've been working on that. There's a couple editing bits I need to do. So I'm going to do some editing to start with, and then I think I'm going to make another cup of coffee and we're going to sit and read and enjoy Rebecca. So that's that for now. That's all I had to say. So I will talk to you in a bit when I have read more of Rebecca.
Hello you guys. So as you can probably tell from my voice, I am sick. I've got a cold, my husband has got it too, and I don't feel that great. So I haven't done any more reading. You would think that since I'm unwell and I've got nothing else to do, I would just be reading right now, but I've not been in the mood to pick it up. But I do really want to get back into Rebecca, get back into this story and find out more about Caroline and how she gets on and what the end result is going to be. I am really interested, so I am going to pick this up and get back into it. I just wanted to let you know that I am unwell and I don't feel that great, but I do still really want to get this video up for you guys. I know it's been like a couple weeks now since I uploaded just because of how things have been for me, but I do really want to get back on the bandwagon and start giving you regular content again. So I am going to read more of Rebecca. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to do a weekly spread for next week. Hello, so this really sucks and I am disappointed having to talk about this, but I am not going to finish Rebecca because I am just not in the mood to pick up this book, and no matter what I do, I can't force myself to sit down and read it. And also, I'm still very much sick, as you can tell by my voice. So I'm really sorry that this is turning into a bit of a disappointing vlog. I'm struggling to get better. I'm not in the mood to read, and the book itself, it's not a bad book, it's a good book, and when I do pick it up, I do get deep into the story, but right now I'm just struggling in general. I don't know what... Hi, Billy. Billy's here. He probably heard my voice and wanted to come and say hi. Here he is. Oh, go on then. I'm not in the mood to read. I am struggling a little bit right now. I think it's just because I'm unwell. Because I'm unwell, I'm struggling to get things done and I'm feeling behind. And I haven't posted on YouTube in ages now, which is disappointing, but at the same time, I've got to be real. I've got to be realistic, and I've just got to be realistic, and I can't force myself to do things that I don't want to do. And I'm not saying I don't want to do YouTube, because I do want to do YouTube, but I'm just struggling right now with coming up with content ideas. I know you guys love like the academic bookish vlogs that I do, and I will still continue to make videos. I'm just having a bit of a dry spell. I'm just struggling right now, and I think once I get better and I actually feel more like myself, I'll be able to get into more videos. But for now, I'm just gonna have to leave this vlog here. And I'm sorry that it has been kind of up and down, like all over the place. One minute I'm saying I'm going to do this and I'm going to do so much, and the next minute I just don't have any energy, and I'm really sorry about that. It's just how my mood has been lately, a bit roller coastery. It's not even a word. But if you are watching this, thank you. I really appreciate you. And I'm going to try and come back to YouTube feeling renewed at some point. If you do want more content from me, I am posting a lot on TikTok right now, so you can follow me on TikTok. In the meantime, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.